If you like our video, click the button to subscribe to our channel and get easy access to new content. To see our full suite of ad-free video courses, instruction manuals, and quick reference guides, visit us at www.teachucomp.com. Microsoft Publisher lets you customize page backgrounds using the fill effect formatting you can also apply to shapes and pictures. To apply a preset page background in Publisher, click the Page Design tab in the ribbon, and then click the Background button in the Page Background button group. Then select any choice in the drop-down menu that appears to apply it to the currently selected page background. To remove a page background in Publisher, select the No Background choice from this drop-down menu. Alternatively, to create a custom page background in Publisher, select the More Backgrounds command from the drop-down menu to display the Fill category within the Format Background task pane. To apply a solid color as the page background in Publisher, then select the Solid Fill option button. Then use the color drop-down that appears to select the background color. Optionally, to set the level of color transparency to apply, use the transparency slider. To select a custom color, if the desired color doesn't appear in the Color Buttons drop-down palette of color choices, select either the More Colors command to open the Colors dialog box, or select the Tints command to open the Tints dialog box. If you open the Colors dialog box, then select the custom color using the tabs within the Colors dialog box, and click the OK button to apply it. If you open the Tints dialog box, then select a color and tint, and click the OK button to apply it. Alternatively, to apply a gradient page background in Publisher, select the Gradient Fill option button in the Format Background task pane. Then choose a preset gradient to apply or customize from the Preset Gradients dropdown. To customize the selected preset gradient, first use the Type dropdown to select the type of gradient to use. Linear, which changes colors from one side to another across a straight line, or Path, which applies a square gradient that expands from the center of the page to its edges. If you select Linear, then select the specific variation to use from the Direction dropdown. To change the angle at which the gradient changes colors, type the desired angle in degrees into the Angle spinner box. To set the number and appearance of changing points in the gradient's color scheme, make your choices in the Gradient Stops section. At its most basic level, a gradient must have at least two gradient stops. For example, if a gradient changed from black to white in a linear fashion, it would have at least two gradient stops. You can have more if desired. Click to select the gradient stop whose properties you wish to set in the Gradient Stops section. To change its position within the gradient, click and drag the gradient stop or enter its position as a percentage into the Position spinner box. To set the gradient color at the selected gradient stop, select a choice from the Color dropdown. To set the transparency level of the color, use the Transparency slider. To add more gradient stops, click into the gradient bar at the spot at which to add the new gradient stop. Alternatively, click the Add Gradient Stop button to the right of the gradient bar. To delete a gradient stop, select the gradient stop to delete, and then click the Remove Gradient Stop button to the right of the gradient bar. Alternatively, to apply a texture or picture as the page background in Publisher, select the Picture or Texture Fill option button in the Fill category at the top of the Format Background task pane. Textures are just preset images included in Publisher. To apply a preset texture in Publisher as a page background, select a choice from the Texture dropdown. Alternatively, to apply a picture as the page background in Publisher, click the Insert button under the Picture Source option to open the Insert Pictures dialog box. Then click the type of picture to insert from the choices in the Insert Pictures dialog box. Make a picture selection in the window that opens, and click the Insert button to select the picture. Alternatively, to paste the copied contents of your clipboard into the page background in Publisher, first copy an image to use. And then click the Clipboard button under the Picture Source option. To set the picture or texture display properties for the page background in Publisher, change the settings that then appear in the Format Background task pane. To change the transparency of the picture, use the Transparency slider. To tile or repeat the page background picture in Publisher, check the Tile Picture as Texture checkbox. Then set the Offset X and Offset Y options to set the amount of horizontal and vertical offset to apply to the tiled background image. Then use the Scale X and Scale Y spinners to set the percentage of the picture to show in each tile in the tiled background. To set the alignment of the background picture in the page, select a choice from the Alignment dropdown. To select the type of reflection to apply to the tiled pictures in the page background, select a choice from the Mirror Type dropdown. Alternatively, to show only a single picture as the page background in Publisher, deselect the Tile Picture as Texture checkbox. Publisher instead shows offset options for the picture within the page background instead of the tiling settings. Then use the Offset Left, Offset Right, Offset Top, and Offset Bottom spinners to input the percentage by which to offset the picture from the selected side of the page. Alternatively, to apply a pattern fill as the page background in Publisher, select the Pattern Fill option at the top of the Fill Options section in the Format Background task pane. Then scroll downward and use the Foreground Color and Background Color dropdowns to select the desired foreground and background colors to apply. Then select the pattern to apply from the pattern list above the color dropdowns. To apply the custom page background in Publisher after selecting its settings, click the OK button at the bottom of the Format Background task pane. Remember to click the subscribe button to see more of our videos. See our full suite of courses, instruction manuals, and quick reference guides at www.teachucomp.com.